Okay. Now, if you want to use a command, you can use a // for the command comment purpose. If you want to give the block comment, same. In Java, you use a block comment start /start same comment we use / and / comment. Then data types. In data types, Typescript and we present first is a number data type. Second, second is the string data type. Next, Boolean data type, any data type, void data type. One more, two miscellaneous data type is present. Miscellaneous data type is null and undefined. These are two miscellaneous data type is also present. Whereas number data type, you can store a number value like integer, long, double, float. All values stored in a number data type. Means here there is no any different data type to store integer value, long value, double value. There is no any specific data type is available. Only number data type is available. In that you can store integer value as well, long value, double value, float value as well. Second, string data type. In Typescript, there is no any character type data type is available. All are is considered as a string. So if you are to create any string data, you can use a double quote or single quote, either double quote or either single quote. Single quote is also treated as a string. Double quote is also treated as a string. There is no any character type data type present. Boolean, it takes a two value, true, either true or either false. Any data type is meaning that you can store any value. Means you can store a number value, you can store string value, you can store a Boolean value, or you can store means number, string, or Boolean value. Okay? Means any type of data you can store in any data type. Void data type is a neutral data type. Okay? It is a neutral data type. What is meant by neutral data type? Neutral data type means it does not point anything. It does not point anything. Most of the void we use for the functional return. If function does not return anything, then we can make it as a void. Same as it is here usage of void. If you have to create any function and that function does not return anything, you can mention it as a void. We cannot create a variable data type as a void because void is a neutral data type, so it does not point anything. So we use only for that function returning. Second, the miscellaneous data type, that is a null and undefined. Null and undefined data type, it is at set. It is act as value as well as data type. Value as well as data type. What is meaning by value as well as data type? Okay. Okay, Hamid, I will, your question is, Hamid asked the one question that what is the difference between where and let? So that topic will be covered, okay, afterward. So don't worry about that. We will discuss on that also. Okay. So miscellaneous data type is means there is a value as well as data type. You can create any variable, you can assign as a value null and undefined. If you created a variable with a null and undefined, you can. But in Angular, most of the we use as a value, use for the null and undefined as a value purpose. So if you are to want create a data type as a null and undefined, you can. Yeah, but most preferably we use as a value. how to assign the data type or how to create a data type to the variable. Let's see. Where A4 colon. After the colon, you have to mention your data type. For example, I have to create a number data type. So you mention a number. Okay. So A4 is a number data type and we can assign that value, for example, 10. So a where A4 colon number is equal to 10, it is called forward declaration definition. Forward declaration. I'm writing shortcut and definition. Okay, we call it as a forward declaration definition. That concept you also learn in core Java as well. Okay, so when we declare any variable A4 as a number, and at the same time you can assign that value, it is called forward declaration definition. So if you want to read that A4 values or you have to access that value, you can access it using console.log, and in that we can just print out the A4 value of A4 is, and just print the A4 value. So again, that file we have to compile and run. So in CMD, just we use a command tscdemo1.ts and node demo1.js, compile and run. So it is compile and run, and your output will be value of A4 is 10. Okay, so according to using concat operator, means here we use a plus operator. First we write a value of A4 is a string. If you want to display any variable values, for that we use a plus, same as like a core Java. Nothing any difference. Also we can use a single quote as well. So just check out that one also. Console.log, and we use a single quote. You can write here value of A4 is. If you use single quote, double quote, both is treated as a string. Just I want to noticeable to you, and you can use A4. We will get the same output. Nothing will be changed. Value of A4 is whatever the value of A4 is displayed. Still, just cross check it, compile and run. The output will be value of A4 is 10. Then in Typescript is follow the ECMAScript standard. The Typescript is follow the ECMAScript standard. So ECMAScript gives one more feature to display your text as well as a value. In the formatted form, means you require to use a formatted output. You can use a backtick operator always. That backtick operator is giving the feature of ECMAScript. So you aware about the ECMAScript, because in advanced Java you also use ECMAScript. If you have created any project in that, their ECMAScript is already present. Okay. So for use a backtick operator, you can use a key backtick operator. That key is present in your keyboard. In keyboard, you find that key is above tab key, below escape key, and left of number 1 key. You will get that is a backtick operator. Again, repeat where it is found in your keyboard. Backtick operator above the tab key, below the escape key, in left of the number 1 key. It is used for the Dell user. That is a above the tab key and below the escape key, the left of the number 1 key. If you are using HP user, it is present in above the tab key, left of the 1 key, number 1 key. You will get the backtick operator. In that backtick operator, you can mention your string as well as you can display your A4 data type. Means value of A4 is. If you want to display a A4 value, for that we use $curly bracket to display purpose only variable value. In the string, you can display the variable value as well. So you mention that A4, you will get the output. Here in backtick operator, we don't use plus operator. If you are using that plus operator in backtick operator, there is no use. It gives error because it is a feature of a ECMAScript. So check it out there. Because in Angular, we lot more use a ECMAScript feature, that is a backtick operator. So that's why I'm explaining that way. The value of A4 is 10. Okay. Okay. Next, move the further. Here itself, if anybody has any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we can move further. If you want to create any string variable, you can create it simple var str colon string. If you want to give a data type, any variable, use to colon. It is a syntax, and you can use a semicolon. If you're not assigning any value initially, any variable, then its a default value is undefined. We will check it here because in we created the variable str and assigning a data type string, but I'm not be giving any initial values to the str. If you're not giving any initial values to the str, that default value of str is undefined. So we can check it. Value of str is, and be using only str as a variable name. Okay, and check out. But it gives a error. If you're seeing the red color mark line under the is variable, what is that error? Read out. Variable str is used before being assigned. Means your variable is not be assigned and that is used. So it gives it's a warning. It's warning, not exactly error, but they told that if you are not assigning any value, so you have to at least mention that value is not null. Okay, so that in Typescript updates, if you create any variable and that value is not assignable, you can make it as a not null variable. For not null variable, you can mention the exclamatory mark after that variable name. So that is a feature of a ECMAScript again. So that exclamatory mark is used as a not null. That variable is not null. Initially, we can tells to the compiler, our Typescript compiler. So we can make it as a not operator. So you are there is no any error. What is the output of the str? We check it. Compile and run. So value of str is undefined. Default value is undefined. If you have created any variable, either it is created in a number type, either created as a string, boolean, any data type, we can create it. That value is undefined, always and always. Remember these things because furthermore, we require that functionality for default value of variables. That's why we are studying here. Then next,